5 a.m. Hawaii time, 11 a.m. Eastern, with our gratitude practice, our peace practice, our financial freedom affirmations, and our financial freedom visualization. My name is May Dodla. I live in Waikiki, Hawaii, with my husband Jomel and our 12-year-old son Jordan and my mother. Back in 2011, I had over $40,000 of credit card debts, line of credit debts, which was more than I made in a year working at the bank that I worked at. I paid it all off by April of 2016. Our net worth improved by about $500,000. We're making almost $500 a month in passive income, mostly from dividends from stocks. Then I quit my job. December 23rd, 2016 was my last day working at a local bank here in Hawaii. And then I started coaching clients to do what I did in these Finance Freedom Mastermind programs, which are super cool. Find out more about them at my blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com. But during those mastermind programs, I started buying property for the first time in my life. My husband and I bought our first condo together in Waikiki in 2017. In 2018, bought our second condo in Waikiki, which is an Airbnb business, which we still run today. In 2019, we sold the first condo and bought this one, which is bigger. It is a 3-bedroom, and we live in it now, and my mom moved in last year. So that's my story. Super quickly, like I said, you can find out more about me at yesfinanciallyfree.com, and I invite you to go there actually right now or as soon as this live is done. Check it out. It's called yesfinanciallyfree.com. It has so much cool stuff, so I'm going to show you right now. Yesfinanciallyfree.com. If you just scroll down, you're going to see replays of all these lives I've done. Yeah, every day I put a replay up. So if you miss it, if you don't catch my live on YouTube or on TikTok, then just go here and watch the replay. There's also a replay of the recent training I did on options trading, how to rent stocks for income, which is very informative. It's designed for a beginner, all right? So you can check out that. There is a form you can fill out on the right side that is to get on my email list, and I recommend you do because you get a free invite to those trainings every month. So you can go to that, fill out that form. You can go to the Contact Us page on the menu, and you'll see as soon as you join the email list, doesn't matter which form you fill out, you'll get this free book, Working Parents Guide to Financial Freedom. If you don't get the book, you're not on the list. So make sure you get the book, okay? So put in your name, email, hit the button, and you should get the free ebook, Working Parents Guide to Financial Freedom. It is a great book. It has all the stuff I do to create financial freedom, all the steps I take. It's in that book, and it is a very powerful book. So I recommend you get it. If you don't see an email in your inbox, check your spam folder. If you still don't see it, check your promotions tab on Gmail. And if you still don't see my email, then try a different email address until you get on that email list, okay? That's at yesfinanciallyfree.com on the Contact Us page. All right, so now we're going to begin our practice. Alexa, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute timer started.
Let's just say thank you for everything you can think of. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the eye exam I got yesterday. Thank you. Thank you that I know what prescription to get. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who's joining. Thank you, Join Care. Thank you, AO, Ash. Thank you. Thank you for all the viewers on YouTube. Thank you for the likes I've gotten all so far. Thank you so much. Thank you for following me on TikTok. Thank you for my hair and my skin and this cool hair tie. Thank you for breathing, that I'm breathing. Thank you that I can breathe and I'm healthy and strong and that I can take care of people like my son Jordan, who's 12. Thank you that I'm going to Hanama Bay today with my friend Kelly and her son Lucas, and Jordan's going to have fun with Lucas. Thank you for that. Thank you for a beautiful Hanama Bay and that we can go as residents without paying, and it is gorgeous. Thank you for all the fish that live there. Thank you that I can swim and that I have snorkel gear and it'll be so beautiful. Thank you for the 4th of July. Thank you for the 250th anniversary of the United States. Alexa, stop. All right, so that's it. That's the gratitude practice. Alexa, stop, please. Okay, and that's the gratitude practice. So now we're going to do our peace practice. So the first step of the peace practice is to write down the sentence, today is going to be my peaceful day. So take a pen and write, today is going to be my peaceful day. All right? And after you write that, read it several times and say it out loud. Today is going to be my peaceful day. All right? Woohoo! Now it's decided. No one can change that except you. All right, and now we're going to do our peace meditation, mindfulness meditation. All you do is focus on your breath right here. Breathe in and out. And when you breathe in, count 1, breathe out, count 1. In, count 2, out 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Then start again from 1 and go to 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. Then start again from 1 and go to 5, 6, and then you just start over again. If you lose count, start over again. Don't be mad. Don't be angry. Don't be upset with yourself. Just start over again. It's very common to lose count, honestly. And then what else? Oh, yes. If thoughts come up to distract you, say to the thought in your mind, thought, 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 come back to your breathing. If a feeling like pain, itchiness, numbness, then just say to the feeling, 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 come back to your breath. Same with sounds. If you hear sounds, sound, 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 come back to your breath. Okay? All right, so let's begin. Alexa, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute timer started.
Take in 3 deep breaths. Now just count your breaths. Alexa, stop. Oh, that was really relaxing. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, so that is the peace practice. You can do that mindfulness breathing anytime you want during the day. If you work an 8-hour day, you can do it once every hour. Then you'll have done 8 to 10 minutes of mindfulness breathing at the end of your workday, right? Amazing, right? And then you can do that at night before you go to bed. Bhante Panakara, the monk who taught this practice at the Walk for Peace, he said to every night before you go to bed, an hour before you go to bed, just practice this breathing and also review your day. If you did anything to harm anyone else, ask for forgiveness, say sorry, and then forgive yourself. And then if someone did something to harm you, forgive them. And then when you wake up in the morning, make your bed nice, neat, and tidy. Go to the bathroom. Don't look at your phone. And then do your piece. You write your sentence, and then do your breathing. And then after that, do some exercise, and then eat breakfast, and then go on with your day. All right? And then he says no multitasking. So do things one at a time. If you're going to do driving your car, then just drive. Don't call somebody while you're driving. My husband does that all the time. It's hilarious. He'll be in the car, and he'll be fumbling around. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm going to call my friend. I'm like, okay. So he uses his driving to catch up with people, but Bhante Pradikara says do not talk to people on the phone when you're driving. And actually, it's been scientifically proven. You can look up the studies that talking on the phone while you're driving is actually dangerous. It distracts you. Okay, so that's just an example. Same thing with cooking. I cook a lot and drive a lot, so these come up to mind. And eating as well. Don't talk while you eat. Yeah, focus on your eating, chewing, swallowing, tasting your food. Enjoy your food. Ah, okay. It's a very interesting, challenging practice to do one thing at a time like that. Yeah, but it increases focus, increases enjoyment of being actually doing what you're doing instead of trying to escape it, which is what I used to try to do all the time. It's like, oh, I don't want to cook, so I'm going to watch TV while I cook. So I'm like not really cooking. I'm watching TV and like stuff like that. I used to do that. I used to also be sad. Yeah. And we don't want to escape our life, right? We want to enjoy our life. That's how we create happiness in our life. Yeah. All right. That's the peace practice. Enjoy it. It is fun. I really like it. It creates a lot of joy in my life. So, and focus. That's why I wake up early every morning, except on my vacation. I did not, but every morning. And I do this practice with you guys. Yeah, I did the practice every day on my vacation. I just didn't wake up early every morning. Okay. All right. Last thing we're going to do is financial freedom affirmations and visualization. So go to the blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff there. All right. All for free. All right. This is all freebie stuff. Yesfinanciallyfree.com is here to help you become financially free. Okay. You can read my mission statement if you want. Read more about me and my family. But if you go to Map to Freedom, which is on the menu at the top there, you get to this cool page, and it has all different ways to become financially free. But one of them is called map number 5. Okay? Map number 5 is called Do It Yourself on Yes Financially Free. All right. And here has a bunch of blog posts I've done with so much information, like tons of information. You should check it out. All right. This is all information to help you become wealthy, inspired, create passive income, create financial freedom or time. So just check out all of them. But one of the many blog posts is 643 affirmations for financial freedom, wealth, abundance, money, and prosperity. All right. So we're going to get affirmations from here. Just going to say sentences to reprogram our brain. All right. I'm going to do buying property. Why not? I don't know if any of you want to buy property, but I do. I'm looking to buy a property right now. So here we go. I call those things that be not as though they were. This is a long affirmation. I will break it up into parts. I call those things that be not as though they were. I now call in the property that fits my needs and desires and will be a blessing to me. I now call in the property that fits my needs and desires and will be a blessing to me. I call you to me now. I call you to me now. This is fun. I declare that God's highest and best to be done in this matter, and the angels are working on my behalf. Woo! Powerful stuff. I declare that God's highest and best to be done in this matter, and the angels are now working on my behalf. Fascinating stuff. And then, thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. Here's one more. I bind every force that has set itself against my financial prosperity. I bind. It's interesting. I never use that verb except right now. I bind every force that has set itself against my financial prosperity. Whew. I now loose the abundance of God, and all that rightly belongs to me now comes to me under grace in a perfect way. I now loose the abundance of God, and all that rightfully belongs to me now comes to me under grace in a perfect way. All right? All right, so there you go. We did some affirmations on buying property. Interesting, yeah? They have all kinds of affirmations in here, yeah? So pick one that you like and enjoy. There's so many. All right, 643, yeah? All right, so now we're going to do our financial freedom affirmation. What does that mean? We're going to imagine that we are financially free right now, yeah? And just play pretend. You're a kid again. You're pretending, all right? You don't have to work a job anymore. You don't have to. That doesn't mean you don't want to, but you don't have to, all right? Okay? You don't have to work a job anymore. You're working because you love it, or you're not working. Whatever makes you happy, okay? Usually it's good to work because it's good to be a benefit to society. It feels good, and it's good for the economy. It's good for you. It keeps you active, and it's challenging. So I'm not saying don't work. I'm just saying you don't have to work. You are financially free. That's right. You are financially free right now. Imagine it in your mind, and now we're going to imagine, what does a day look like when you are financially free? Yeah? Okay. Alexa, set timer for 30 seconds. Close your eyes and imagine it now, okay?
30-second timer started.
Alexa, stop. That was pretty fun, actually. All right, we're done with our practice for today. I do this practice every morning. You can do it yourself, by yourself. It takes less than 5 minutes if you just do it by yourself. But you're always welcome to join me, yeah, live every morning. I appreciate everyone who joins me, by the way, and invite your friends. It's a positive, affirmative practice to do this every morning, yeah? Now, check out my blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com. I'm going to show you one more place on the blog, okay? So if you go to the menu, on the top menu, right, there's all these different things about mission, map to freedom. Now we're going to look at products. The last two, after that, between Contact Us, Inner Circle, and Finance Dream Trading Life, those are products with passwords. So let's go to the products page and see what is up there so you can kind of get an idea. This is if you want to get help from me, but you want like personalized help, like as opposed to those free live trainings I do in the mornings and things like that. So there's a bunch of products. Check them all out. But I'm going to just talk about one, all right? DIY Build and Balance Your Investment Portfolio. This is a 1-year program, all right? What that means is that you get access to the video trainings for a year, but you can actually do what the video trainings say to do in like a week if you watch all the videos and just do it. But you want to balance your portfolio once a year, every year, okay? What does that mean, a portfolio? All right, so you know when you have investment advisors and they take your money and they put it in investments and it's supposed to grow, right? So that's what they're doing, is they're creating an investment portfolio for you, all right? And then all things go in your investment portfolio. It could be property, it could be stocks and bonds, but usually when financial advisors get involved, it's usually stocks, bonds, things like that, all right? So I'm going to teach you how to build and balance your own investment portfolio with an average return of 9.72% net of fees from 1984 to 2012. All right. That is called the All Seasons Portfolio from the book Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. And that portfolio was invented by Ray Dalio, who is a billionaire. So that portfolio, build and balance your investment portfolio, I teach you how to build that. Now, that portfolio limits losses. In 2008, during the housing crisis, when the S&P was down 37%, it was only down 3.93%. I had personal experience with this because I started building it before COVID for my son's college savings account, right? I decided to do it. And during COVID, when everything fell, his portfolio only fell 5%. And then when the stock market was still down, he was actually profiting already. So that's how powerful the All Seasons portfolio is. When there are huge downs in the market, it does not do that. It does not have huge downs. So the upside of this portfolio is you're not catching up. You're not really playing catch up. It's always okay. So definitely a cool portfolio to have. You never kind of go nuts and be like, unless, well, it will go down sometimes, but just not huge drops like that. And you don't have to pay an advisor to do it if you do it yourself. So if you've got money to invest, you have to decide, is your advisor worth, they charge you money, to invest your money. Of course, they deserve to be paid, but do you need to pay someone to do this for you? It's not as hard as you think it is, yeah? And usually it's hard to get a really good financial advisor when you have less than $500,000 a month to invest. I've noticed. They all told me, actually a lot of them told me that too. A lot of them would not do it. I tried to get an advisor to build me this All Seasons portfolio and I couldn't find one. And I used the ones recommended in the book that Tony Robbins showed in the book, and they were like, no, we don't do that anymore. So I'm just telling you, the easiest way to do it is do it yourself. Now, when you click on that button, you'll get to this page, and it talks a lot about the All Seasons portfolio and why I highly recommend it. But you can also build your own portfolio. You don't have to do all seasons. You can do 50% stocks, 50% bonds. You can choose, yeah? But I teach you how to do it, how to create a portfolio, how to balance it. And you want to balance it once a year. And once you click that button, it's $197, which is very affordable. Yeah, so you're going to get those video trainings. So you should just go ahead and check it out. Yeah, it's only $197, guys. That's pretty good stuff. And go ahead and get started. Yeah. And if you have questions, I invite you on Q&A as well. for a limited time. So you can join me on a Zoom meeting every Monday, 6 a.m. Hawaii time, and I'll help you if you have any questions. All right? So that's it for today. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day if you're in the United States. It is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Okay? So happy 4th of July. Tonight there will be fireworks. We're going to go watch on Waikiki. So you're going to see that. Today we're going to the beach with my friend, like I said, in Hanauma Bay. It's going to be fun. So happy 4th of July. Have a great day. And I will see you again tomorrow, same time. Aloha. Take care and subscribe.